YouTube found community, Melton, Levy, and the Day Brothers fans, random people on the internet. My name is Giggens, and we're here today to talk about the only album ever released by Melton, Levy, and the Day Brothers. Here it is. Self-titled, if you will. I believe it's called self-titled. Yeah, that's it. Look at this cover. I mean, you could record face the hell out of this thing. Love that creepy cover. The cover has nothing to do with the music at all. It's not creepy in any stretch of the imagination. This is a fantastic little, I'd say slightly obscure release. This happens to be a promo copy. Look at that. Complimentary. Not for sale. And I had no idea what this was. I picked it up completely based off the cover because, I mean, why wouldn't you? And I recognized a couple of the names on the back. Mike Bloomfield plays guitar on it and produced it, which is awesome. And then Barry Melton, I was like, why do I know that name? And he's from Country Joe and the Fish. And then the Day Brothers, they co-wrote a couple of different songs here. Oh, they were songwriters and they co-wrote some famous tracks. But I was like, man, with all this talent, there must be a really good story behind this album. There must be a crazy tour that happened, or there must have been some really good, juicy information about all these talented people working together. And there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. They didn't tour for this album. They didn't promote it like in any way. Columbia said like, meh, they'll put it out, but we won't promote it that much. It basically came out, got a little bit of radio play, and it kind of faded into obscurity, you know? Which is it's unfortunate. It's too bad because there are some awesome tracks on this thing. It's definitely got that early 70s ready for the radio feel, but the differences in what the guys present, you know, their musical backgrounds and their style, creates a pretty eclectic album in terms of piano ballads and rock and roll songs that makes for a good listen. There's a good up and down, ebb and flow, where it's not the same thing the whole way through. Super talented players, really good vocals the whole way through. I really enjoyed it. It was completely new to me. I'd never heard it before, so it's fun to discover something totally new to review that I was like, well, let's just jump in. The cover is just, I mean, look at that damn cover, man. The first song on here, Rick Day wrote this one, Ooh Ooh Ooh, or Oh Oh Oh. Love that staccato rockin' intro on this one. Just an upbeat, moving song. Great energy the whole way through. Definitely a made-for-radio kind of track. She Dances Through is the next song on here, and I love the acoustic guitars paired up with the piano. I'm a sucker for that. It's a good combination of sounds. And you get a really nice warm vocal on the top of it. You know, a really nice ballad in a pop radio kind of way. Not in a sad way. It's just kind of like a made-for-radio introspective type of feel. You know, a feel-good song about looking for that special someone. I love the simple drum breaks throughout this thing, the jamming at the end. It's just a well-constructed pop song. Closer, this one's written by Barry. Raw vocal power on this one. Barry's just screaming his butt off here. I love the effects on the guitars. It gives it a little bit of a psychedelic feel. Really good slide guitar, and the drums really excite this track the whole way through. The harmonies bring this song to a different dimension. Really, really love this track. Been So Fine is the next track on here, and another piano-led song here. Just a pure and honest song, you know, simple and sweet, appreciating someone who's been in your life through the good times, the bad times. Just a heartwarming song, really endearing, you know. Some people want to fill the world with silly love songs. What's wrong with that? Sweeter Than Peaches, also by Rick Day. Pretty much your typical radio rock feel of the day. I can definitely see Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young doing this one. It's got that sort of energy, that kind of hippie feel to it. Really fun harmonies. You know, there's accents put in just the right places to keep it shaken up, just the right amount. You know, really good drum fills, a nice rock song. And then SOS ends side one, and you know, it's Save Our Souls. You gotta make it together kind of song. You know, really good group vocals on this track. Side 2 opens up with Highway 1 and country rock piano feeling throughout this one. You know, a song about the comforts of the familiar. Hold On to the Good Times is exactly what you think it might be about. It's an old school rocker. You know, it's exactly what the title says. Straightforward, rocking good time. I love the rawness on the vocals here. Just a upbeat, charged, ready to go. Let's play some rock and roll kind of song. Play Little Children. Basically a song about unity and remembering what it was like when you were a kid. And, you know, if you had a fun childhood, you look back on those times and you're like, man, it was so much easier then, you know. And it's kind of being like, you know, kind of a message to childhood, being like, keep that mentality, keep that spirit of youthfulness, keep that spirit of open-mindedness before you grow up and become a jaded a-hole like so many people are. That was funny. Be With the One. This is probably one of my favorite songs on the album. It's just a sweet, loving song with a great repeating chorus. Simple song, but an album highlight for sure. The solos on it are great. The piano playing on it is fantastic. You really can't go wrong with this one. Newsboy. This is definitely kind of a vaudevillian type of song, which I think is because it's an older song, so I think it was probably from that era, but I could definitely see that the 60s folkies doing this one. Smooth jazzy solo, the shuffly acoustics, the shaker production, an unexpected addition to the album of basically rock and piano songs. Kind of nice to have it on there. Taxpayer's Lament, back to that, feel the album again. You're back to that rock and roll feel. The reverb-heavy production, I think, lends itself nice to give it some layered kind of sophistication. Gives it a little bit of an epic atmosphere. The bass line is smooth and punctual. Barry's rockin' voice again. It's an anti-war song that builds and builds with excellent tension. Really interesting track. And the last song on here, Bye Bye Sequence, is just a quick little fade-out jammer that kind of just says bye-bye. Here's the back cover. Photo of the guys hanging out, looking dapper. I'll show you the inside sleeve. The newspaper style Columbia sleeve. It doesn't say promo on the album, or on the record itself, just on the jacket. I'll make sure the lighting there is working in our favor, but yeah, it's one of those albums that, like, it makes you appreciate buying something because of the cover, which with used albums is easier to do because, record prices these days are so bloody expensive. You can't just throw $35 and say, like, well, I hope it's good. But, 10 or $15, yeah, you can definitely kind of have some wiggle room there to be all right if the album's total crap. But with this one, it was an absolute surprise that I had a feeling I would enjoy it. I feel like if you're going to put an album out with this kind of album cover, it's going to be something that you'd want to have some good music behind it. Really, it's a fun album. There's some good ballads, good rock and roll moments, just enough variation to shake it up the whole way through. These guys are super talented players. It came out in 1972. I don't think I mentioned that yet, but yeah, produced by Mike Bloomfield. He plays guitar on it too. Whole bunch of background vocalists, some extra people doing horns and congas, slide guitar. Actually, Mike Bloomfield does the slide guitar, but yeah, if you're looking for something different that kind of sounds like something you'd want to hear without being too different, but just new enough that it's like, all right, this is good to have on. I can dig this. Highly recommend it. It's a fun album. I wish they would have made more. It would have been cool if they toured behind this thing or got some better radio play, better promotion, the whole 9 yards. I really feel like it just kind of disappeared. So if I'm wrong about that, please let me know. But from my research, I couldn't find much at all about anything else these guys did together or whatever. It just kind of faded away. But that's it. Melton, Levy, and the Day Brothers, easily 7 out of 10 for me. No problem. Really good album. Highly recommended. Just fun to listen to and try something different. So there you go. My name is Giggens. This has been these guys with this crazy cat cover. And that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Drink some water. Bye-bye.